Hello, I hope you're well. It is I, Lost Wolf. I was hoping my robot would show up, but they didn't. Because that's usually how I know that the stream is actually live and working out. Because the robot goes, oh god, I've got to come here because the stream is live. Ah! And then it shows up and it says hello. And then it vanishes into the shadows. But no such luck today. It's probably no such luck, to be fair, because it didn't start up the conversation program that I use to listen to chat. Anyway, so we're here and we're live. It is time to play some NORCO. We are playing NORCO in memory of RatClowncar, who played it and quite liked it. For those of you who were not aware, RatClowncar was a streamer who passed away at about this time last year. This playthrough of NORCO is both in memory of him and so that we can experience the game that he experienced and see how we feel about it. It's very atmospheric so far, and I'm really liking it a lot. It's not entirely up my alley. I like when I'm participating in media, consuming media. I like my media to be mostly fluffy and light. It's different when I listen to music. I don't mind sort of very sad music because I feel like music is a medium where, for me personally, I like to sink into it. Where other media, like particularly if it's a video game, I don't necessarily want to wallow in 100 hours of sadness if I'm playing a game. So that's generally why I don't seek that sort of thing out. But yeah, so it's a little bit darker than the tone I would usually seek out in a video game. And you may have noticed that this particular stream is flagged for mature audiences only. So I'm going to make the same warning that I made yesterday, and I'm going to make it every day that we play NORCO. NORCO has themes of suicide and religion and that sort of thing. So if any of that spooks you, no pressure. Just it's fine if you don't want to be here for that. The other person that we're honoring is a friend of mine who passed away last year himself as well, a little bit after RatClowncar passed away. So this particular set of streams is in memory of those two people. And I hope that you, if you're remembering someone, remember them fondly, because that's sort of what these streams are about, right? So, with that out of the way, we started up NORCO yesterday. We met some of our family through a mind map, and the way the story is playing out so far, our mother has died. We are in the town of NORCO, looking around and, just seeing if, for example, we can find our brother who's evidently somewhere in the town. And that's kind of what we're doing right now. I'm going to get the game started, and then we're just going to keep going here. So give me a second while I housekeep. Hang on, I need to make mild changes to what I'm saying here. Okay, I fixed my very bad wording, and now I can housekeep. Ah. Okay. And let's do this. And then let's get going here. NORCO, where are you? Oh my god. Alright. I'll just wait for it to show up as a screen that I can click on, and then I'll make it live for you to sort of see. Okay, so the other thing I need to, and the game has just reminded me of this, just also please be aware that there are flashing lights in this game, and there isn't a thing that I can do about that. Normally, more modern games have started including options where they like turn down the flashing lights, but this game doesn't have that, unfortunately. We're just gonna pick up from where we left off. I think, yeah, they're both basically the same. Okay, so yesterday, we picked up new stuff on the mind map. I'm going to start with that, because I think that it's sort of important to track that stuff as we get it. Otherwise, I will forget. So, we have over here, Troy knows your family. He was buying balls from Blake and occasionally helping your mum with her research. He says she was conducting research in the lake, which I suppose means that at some point we're going to find ourselves at the lake. Right, so there's a couple of places that we can go. We have tried all of these little hotspots here. So we can go to the Batur, which is a place that we haven't been, or we can go back to Apple Street. While I'm here, I think my intent is to go to all the places that we can see from this area. So we're going to go to the Batur. Oh, that's a beautiful screen, wow. I love, and I said this yesterday, but I'm going to repeat it. I love the way these screens look. They're so peaceful looking. I understand that NORCO's world is not good. It's not a nice place to live. But this is just, it's so restful and peaceful. We got like a ship passing us by over here. I don't think we can click on that. I think that's just background noise. But it is beautiful, and we got like a horse. It's interesting to me that they took the time to animate the ship, which I guess is easy to do. You're just moving a sprite from left to right, and there's nothing you need to do other than that. But they did not animate this horse at all, or the water for that matter. Interesting in a 2025 game. Well, no, sorry, this is not 2025. I think this is more like 2021. A memorial languishes in the river mud. A 2x4 cross, plywood plaque, cans of pulverized concrete. Sprayed haphazardly onto the plywood is a remembrance plaque. Here passed the brave freedom fighters of January XW11, whose cries of liberty echo through the generations. Actually, hang on. Are those? They are ones. Okay, I was looking that up to see. Yeah, I was correct in thinking that. So Roman numerals start at 1. Romans didn't have a concept of the number 0. The number naught was an invention. It came along a little bit after the Romans. And so their numbering system starts with 1. But we've got in Roman numerals I, V, X, and there's C and M and L, right? So I was thinking, looking at this, that maybe we could convert these back to Roman numerals, but we can't. So, okay, that's sure. In much smaller lettering, a different hand scratched fake across the bottom of the plaque. Okay. Or horse. A lone horse drinks from the stagnant water pooled along the riverbank. Yeah, this is probably not good for this horse. I get the impression from everything that we've seen so far of NORCO's world that it is dirty and unkempt. And so this horse drinking like this from this water is probably going to be bad for this horse in the long run. A man sits in a pile of flotsam, his head buried in his canvas jacket against the sharp air. It seemed like we could talk to them. Drifter, stupid horse. The man's gaze stays fixed in the opposite bank of the river, never turning to you nor the horse. Yeah? Can't stand that horse. Again, I don't really, as I said yesterday, we're building relationships with people, and I don't really want to come across as a mean person. I like horses. Horses are generally beautiful animals. Unfortunately, horses have been tamed as a byproduct of the way we humans are, and I don't think that's that great, but I love horses in general. I love animals in general, so I'm not going to go out of my way to be cruel or mean to a horse. He spits on the dirt at his feet. You know what all they dump in that water? Hell of a cocktail. He spits again, wiping a string of mucus onto his sleeve. Oh, he probably at least knows the horse, and he's angry at him. A horse is a big animal, right? I've had dealings with horses. Unless you are the horse's friend and know how to steal horses, they're not easy to move, like 100%. And so he may know this horse, but not well enough, in a sense, to be able to get it to move from this water. And even if he could get it to move, he might not have a way to get potable water to the horse. In other words, water that's been purified and that is drinkable for the horse. So he's angry at the horse for drinking this water because it's killing itself. What you out here for anyway? Ain't you heard they got a criminal on the loose? Best be sharp, young one. Criminal, hold on. Oh, okay. So, one thing, and I've said this before, I do like about this game, is that once you've made choices in a conversation, unless there's important stuff in the conversation, it won't go back to the conversation and let you relitigate the conversation. So this just goes back and says, stupid horse. We don't get the whole thing. Alright, let's go back to Apple Street. So we tried going into... oh, I can't go here. We tried going into Padu PI yesterday, and it was green. And we discovered that it's currently closed, so we can't go in here. Welcome to NORCO. Enjoy the ride. It's really good. Yeah, so far. So, my one very mild complaint about this game so far has been that sometimes the writers overwrite a very little bit, but so far the writing has been exemplary for the most part, and I really like it. So we've gone home, we've looked at Dime's discount. The only other place that we can really go is to the Floodgate Tavern. Norco says 100%, I can see what you mean. Like, sometimes they choose a very verbose word that you didn't need to say something, right? And I think that's the writers trying to appear smart, and you don't have to do that in a game where this is happening. There's so much atmosphere already. You don't need to oversell it with verbosity. Floodgate. Okay, so I think I think that whenever we hear that noise, it's the mind map expanding, but no, actually, that isn't the case in this particular situation. So we can walk back here. This is back to Apple Street. We can go into the tavern. Furkung says there's definitely a vibe of academia in it. Yeah. So I talked about this yesterday. This particular game grew up out of the original designers trying to chronicle the Katrina flood. And so I get the sense from that he is, because there's if you go and look for it in the I think the website for this game, there's a whole string of books and articles and things that he cited as sort of an influence on NORCO. So I get the idea that him specifically, maybe not the rest of the team, is interested in citing references and being academic about this game that they made. The Floodgate Tavern. Many shield workers gather here after their shifts. It's closed. Should be open later this evening. Oh, well, that's kind of frustrating. Because I was hoping that we could get more out of that. So, at this point, there's no... One thing that I do find a little bit frustrating is we get these little glimpses at a map, but there's no map. There's a world map, and I haven't looked at that yet. And maybe we should. But I don't think that's going to translate to showing me all these bits and pieces. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't. 100%. We are here, and it doesn't show me all the bits and pieces that we can explore in here. There's 3 places that we can go right now. This is Dime's Discount, which we've been to already. This is Home, which we've been to already. And this is Floodgate Tavern, which we've been to already. The only place we haven't gone here is the Shield Oil Refinery. So let's go there. The Spawning Shield Industrial Complex. Long ago it was plantation land, cheap and abundant along the Mississippi River. The refinery grew in stages, slowly displacing surrounding neighborhoods. The chemical annex came online later. Children of the enslaved became the neighbors of this machine. Towers, pipelines, lights, discard. Carbon and alloy, and stainless steel. See, again, here, this is great. This is very evocative writing here. They're saying so much for so little. But sometimes they'll overwrite, and it's like, what are you doing, friends? You clearly have good writers. Trust your good writers when they write a good sentence. Among the columns sits the catalytic cracking unit that rocked the town. Pipelines. The webwork crosses high and low, over and under traffic and water and concrete. Again, such good evocative writing. Like veins, like gossamer, like neural circuitry. This is so good. Lights. Everywhere. Metal halide probing the river's expanse. Coded patterns of warm sodium and cold leads, winking, thinking, knowing. Something to decipher in all that NORCO light. I remember blue. You only think that you do. When he died, part of her died too. I assume that's her mother. Oh, okay, cool. So we can't go here. There's something that we have to do here, or here that will get us moving again. Because right now there isn't anything that I can see that will help. Touching Hamster says hello. Hello, Touching Hamster. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so I think that we're going to go home very quickly. To do that, I think we have to go to Apple Street, and then from there we have to go home. And we're going to go around the back, because I just very quickly want to talk to... Million regards you casually as you approach. Yes? Where can we get a fuse? Oh, the gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Oh, no. Okay. I need to, I guess, try and talk Troy into letting me into the gas station. But he wants me to go and get drugs from my brother, which he says your brother is at the tavern. So many evenings spent watching traffic. Okay, we've read that. And if I try and enter back again, clown. If you really want to get through, go get some of the pulls your brother was selling. That might persuade me. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Wait a second. Wait. I have an idea, but it's not a super good idea, I ought to mention. We saw pulls in the back entrance of the house. We saw pulls over here, but I don't think these are what he wants. Touching Hamster says was playing a game RCC played called Almanage Original on Steam. Oh yeah, wow. Oh, Almanage is... It's a lot if you've never played a game like that before. But it's intriguing for what it is. But it is a lot if you've never played a game like that before. So I think we're going to try and take these. You pocket your mom's pulls. Yeah, because I think that's 100% what your brother was sneaking to Troy. Okay, so let's get out of here. Twitching Hamster says it's a lot of fun with this customer. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot that you can sort of do with your character in Almanage. A street. We are going to try and persuade Troy with these pulls. Got me them pulls? Only way you're getting through. Yeah, I got your pulls. Smart move. I'll let you cross that picket line this time, punk. Okay, so I guess we get to go in. We are looking for a fuse. Fuses. Okay. Is there anything else here? Oh, there's lots of stuff that we can look at. Sure, let's do that. Oh, have a full party of memes. Amazing. Maybe what I should do after I'm done here is I should go and scare up your VOD and see. Okay. So, immaculately stocked cigarettes. You wonder if this place ever started checking IDs. During high school, friends in the city would drive all this way just to get booze. I'm gonna look at this monitor last. A manual price scanner. Dusty bags of dog food line the shelf. What are these? Candy. Protein bars, bubblegum, breath mints, taffy, etc. Let's have a look at this. The disembodied illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently on the browser tab. Oh, interesting. Kiosk. Good evening. How may I help you? You own this place? You know Troy? That guy outside? I'm good. I am Discount Way, a distributed cloud-based operating system for American Discount Southeast Incorporated. That's ADSI. Semantic version number 16.3.3. The owner of this franchise is Perilou and Sons LLC. Discount Way is licensed to Perilou and Sons LLC by the standard American Discount Southeast Incorporated licensing agreement. How do you like this job? I proudly perform the routine maintenance operations and procedures of 227 American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations across the Southeast region. American Discount Southeast Incorporated is a model company awarded for excellence in business and community service. Thank you for inquiring about American Discount Southeast Incorporated. That's a very, very boilerplate thing to have the AI say. Twitching Hamster says last game RCC influenced me to play was Proteus. Still playing that game and enjoying it. Yeah, Proteus seems pretty interesting. I've never actually played it, I'm just aware that it exists, unfortunately, and I've seen screenshots of it. I always confuse, and I guess this is not a funny story. I always confuse Proteus with what was the name? I always confuse Proteus with Proteus. Proteus is a walking simulator. It's a very gentle and relaxing walking simulator where you walk through the seasons. But there's not a lot to it. If you want to hang out in this little world, it's not very big. But I always confuse the one with the other. Okay, so, you know Troy, that guy outside? Thank you for your inquiry. I'm forwarding it to Perlu and Sons LLC. I didn't say anything. I just asked about Troy. Perlu and Sons LLC has declined to respond to your inquiry. That means that Troy is trouble for them, I guess. So why'd Troy get fired? I played a game like that. RT introduced me to my first walking game. Oh, which one did you play? Do you remember? American Discount Southeast Incorporated prides itself on its outstanding mentorship and job training program. American Discount Southeast Incorporated works to ensure that each franchise location provides opportunities for career growth. At American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations, we leverage automation and machine learning technologies to enhance the lives of all employees. A bad bunch of things all strung in a line. Wow. To apply for a position at any American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise location, please visit American Discount SE-ADSE today. You know, I've never seen an old kind of look like that. They've got their own domain, so this would all be one long word, American Discount SE, and then you'd have a dash, and then that would be the domain. Interesting. I'm good. Okay, let's grab the fuses. Fuses hang on the shelf. You grab a fuse. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to exit the store. To use an item in your inventory, drag the item from the inventory menu to the intended target. Oh, it's now teaching me how to use the inventory. Twitching Hamster says I don't remember, but you occasionally pick up white pixels on the ground. It was very wavy, gives Synthwave's vibes, but more red. No enemies, just keep walking to the sunset. Oh, I was going to say, that sounds a little bit like the Moorweed Park, but it isn't. So it's trying to teach me the game systems here. I don't know. I don't think that the inventory is here. I think that the inventory might be... No? Hang on. Where's... Oh, maybe the inventory is... No? What? Oh, Didn't notice the new icon that had opened up. Okay, so fuses. Oh, I think I need to drag. There we go. Has no effect. Really? Oh, I've got it. Scanner. I'm an idiot. You scan the fuse. Thank you for your purchase. Sure. Okay, now I guess we can walk out of here. I wonder what would have happened if I just walked out without paying for the fuses. It's too late now for us. Well, I mean, we can always reload and then figure that out. We'll just walk out, yeah, make a new save game. And we'll just test that very quickly. Save. Save. There. Because it's not like we did anything. Load. Okay, yeah. Leave. Let's go back to Apple Street. And then home. You know, it might be technically faster if I was just using the world map to get this done. Grab the falls. Can I? I mean, it would be faster. There. Okay. In a second, we'll come back around and we will try and punch him. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Is it gonna... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the game is sort of smart. It realizes that there are people like me in the audience. We can't now go outside. The store is physically locked until we pay for the item. Interesting. Okay, sure. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's... We should look at that once we're done here. Because that's a thing about Troy. Let's back up a second. Load here. I want to try and fight Troy. You're joking, right? Trying to get wrecked? Alright then, let's go. Oh, there are health bars for me and Teddy. Interesting. Oh, it uses the same system as Teddy did. Okay. Oh god. That one's so difficult. I wish it could always just beat us. Oh no. We killed Troy. Okay. Do we just get to go in now? We get to go in now. Okay, I definitely don't want to do that. Okay. Let's get out of here and go home. Twitching hamster loft. Hide the body. Yeah, 100%. Okay. Molten. Million, you got the fuse. Good. We'll be able to use the bike to get around town until I'm done with the truck. It concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. He's been spending a lot of his time at Sappy Paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there. I got told that he was in a bar. Let's go. 1 sec. Oh, 1 sec would be... We could still walk around. Okay, sure. We don't want to do that. Ready? Let's go. Oh, that's very cool. The sky bleeds a color you knew as a child. Airline highway passes beneath your feet. Million has joined your party. Interact with party members by clicking their portraits in the party menu. If you're stuck, they may be able to help. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Million shouts over the wind. The bike runs much better now. You can use it to get around during your visit. Wake of Bluebee. How's Blake been? How have you been? What's it been like around town? Let's start with Million. I am always the same, Kay. Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Sounds zen. Are you depressed? No. Love you, Moles. You're an odd one. Thank you. Wake up Blakebeard. He spends much of his time at Soppy Paperbacks. Perhaps we should check there. How's Blake been? The year that you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behavior troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of your grandfather. After he was expelled from Destrahan, he began running drugs into the parish. He made himself many enemies. He put those things behind him after her illness, but now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. I should have stuck around. This place can ruin people. I think we should have stuck around. I like the way our character got introduced to us. As I said yesterday, I feel so bad for Blake with his mother as she was slowly getting worse, because we just bailed on both of them. I won't apologize for leaving. I'm sorry for leaving. Blake took it very personally, but your mother understood. She always wanted you to experience America while you could. Did you take it personally? No. What's it been like around here? S.H.I.E.L.D. has been expanding since you left. Catherine took your grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate. Okay, the mind map is updated. Into the lake to investigate reports of construction in the swamps along the shoreline. She assumed it to be unpermitted S.H.I.E.L.D. activity. She wasn't able to find any evidence of it, however. However, it was clear that she found something during that investigation. What was it? Probably just another dead end. I don't know. Perhaps you do. Haven't spoken to her in years. How would I know? Why do you care? So what makes you think she found something? She didn't mention it. I don't know if it's going to cut off this conversation. I think we should go with this one. This one is very dismissive. This one is Million's a robot, but I don't know if these robots are sentient or not. That's the problem. And if Million is at least a little bit sentient, then while she displays no outward emotion, it's very possible that Million feels her own specific sorts of feelings. She didn't mention it, is probably correct too. But I think that Million's intuition is correct here. I've known Catherine for a long time. Her behavior changed. In any event, something drew her to the lake in the months before her death. Dismiss. Okay. So, oh, we got a world map thing blinking here. I wonder if this noise... Okay, so the mind map is going to obscure all noise. That's fine. There was a Troy thing that blinked when we killed Troy, or before we did something to Troy. Oh, okay. It's not there now. Sure. This is the new thing here. Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it, nor who might be behind it. And I think there's a new thing here. Your mom was conducting research. in the lake. Your mum was investigating reports of unpermitted shield construction in the lake. While there, she saw something. But what? Your mum. Okay, so the new thing here is something in the lake. Your mum says, always investigating that lake. Yeah. Your mum saw something in the lake. Okay, well, that's about the only thing we know right now. And now that we've done this, I just very quickly want to... Oh, okay, sure. So right now we don't have anything to do with any of these folks. Let's world map. And we can go to Soppy Books. Your mom says, good day. Hello, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Before I continue going here, I'm looking forward to your Ultima 4 video when you do release it eventually. You finished that game a lot faster than I did. Okay, so we have a bunch of people that we can talk to. Let's start with this person. Driver. A young man leans against his station wagon while scrolling idly on his phone, his silhouette darkened by the fluorescent glare of the payday lender's sign. Oh, we can talk to them. Good. Okay. Oh, I did put it up. Oh, good. Okay, well then I will check that out. Started doing this rideshare thing a few weeks ago. Hate it. Why? Sucks. I mean, it's obvious why rideshare is awful. People are terrible. The wages are bad. In this particular future, you would be driving through smog and God knows what all the time. So the why here is maybe more why he feels that he doesn't like it, and less why does rideshare suck in general. This just closes the door on this conversation. Pays like shit. Spending hours a day making small talk is melting my brain. Nearly broken axle driving over a pothole in the Holly Grove. This is my grandpa's car. If I trash it, he'll kill me. Drove anyone interesting? There's all types around here. Some guy I drove out to the middle of the swamp, 2 in the morning, asked me to wait. He got out, took off his clothes, jumped in the bayou, came back up a minute later with a bag, told off, got back in. Found that to be pretty strange. And a while back I drove some lady out to the medical district. She was an odd one. Seemed kinda sick. Asked me all kinds of questions. Do I ever pick up random signals on the radio? Weird shit like that. There's just all types. That could potentially be our mother. Okay. I don't think we can pursue the other line of this conversation. Probably gonna try and get an invite to this quack app people keep talking about. Anything's gotta be better than this. Okay. We don't want to go in yet. We will talk to the people first. A stocky pit bull with piercing green eyes watches the horizon with a neutral demeanor. Oh, I thought we were going to talk to this guy, not the pit bull, but okay. Yeah, I honestly thought that we were going to talk to the guy, but it's the hotspot's pointing at the pit bull. As you reach down to pet the dog, she shows her teeth and growls softly. You can't pet the dog. Ah, sad. The teens nod and gesture excitedly while bouncing between topics. BMX. Where does dog come from? Baseball cap. Not sure. She's been sitting here for a while. You seen her eyes? Them eyes are something, bruh. I guess that's bruh, but different. Okay, same thing. Sure. Okay. Anyway, so we can go inside here, and I think that's sort of what matters. Your mum used to come here to dig through the stacks. Among the heaps of used romance novels and westerns, she always managed to find some occult artifact. The owner is also the landlord. You imagine that's the only way he managed to keep a place like this running. Over the years, they've experimented with other revenue-generating schemes. For a while, you could get your phone repaired here. Then they tried selling vape cartridges, then kratom, then anime wall scrolls, others yard ornaments after that. You remember seeing online that they were trying to provide acupuncture. In the end, the schemes always fail, and only the paperbacks remain. You wonder how anyone can read in this dim and cluttered bookshop. As your eyes adjust, you see Blake's childhood friend Erica waiting behind the counter to greet you. Erica K? Million. When did you get back in town? I've been in NORCO for quite some time. Perhaps you are misremembering, Erica. Weird. I guess so. Okay, you're looking rugged these days, old friend. Rugged. I guess rugged is a different thing. Heard you ran into Troy. I was keeping up with your travels online, but haven't seen you post in a while. I have so much to tell you. I haven't been online much. I tossed my phone in the Rio Grande. This is true. This is a thing that we did. So I guess it's between this one and this one. This one would be self-evident if we did this one, so I don't feel like it's necessary to say both of these. But I think this is important, and I think this is important here. So we'll try this one first, and if we get a second shot at the specific part of the conversation, we'll come around to this again. I respect that. Seems more and more common these days. I've been avoiding my phone as well. Helps that the connection has been so erratic. Been hearing of people chopping down cell towers, tearing fiber cables under the ground, trying to rip the internet apart. She nods into the ensuing silence. Back because of your mom, huh? Yeah, sort of. Yes, we're here for our mom. I'll miss the hell out of that woman. Oh yeah? Same. You and your brother have been living in my heart since I heard the news. I know you aren't always on the best terms with your mom, but she loved and admired you. She talked about you constantly. I think it used to make Blake upset. He felt like you were the favorite. He was right. He's absurd. Oh, I don't like either of these. I don't like this one because it makes us out to be kind of haughty and awful. And I don't like this one because it's basically dismissing your brother. So neither of these is very good. Of these two, I think I'd rather pick this one, but both of them, to make it abundantly clear, both of them are bad. But we still love him. Have you seen Blake lately? Yeah, I saw him just yesterday. He hasn't been around the house. He has not, Million says. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oof. For a second there I thought the game crashed. He said he was heading to Floodgate Tavern when I saw him. He may have gotten wasted. I know Gus let him sleep behind the bar a couple of times. Did he know you were coming, Kay? He never mentioned it. Thought I'd surprise him. Figured he'd try to avoid me. I guess both of these make a limited amount of sense in this conversation. If she has the sense that her brother's going to be flighty around her specifically, she would not necessarily announce that she's coming. So either of these are pretty much valid. So let's do this. Again, I don't want to make their family relationship be more strained and tense than it probably already is. I'm sure he'll be relieved to see you. He's been resisting help, but he needs it. If I hear from him, I'll tell him to find you. Okay, well that's sort of unhelpful. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that's changed. These messages at the bottom go a little fast. Your brother has headed to Floodgate Tavern. He mentioned this to Erica when he dropped by Sophie Paperbacks to see her yesterday evening. Your brother... Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, wait, hang on. I do hope Erica is correct and that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leaves me with a sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Catherine. I wanted to go into Soppy Books again because I wanted to look around. We never really did. Several weeks ago, Greater New Orleans Neural Visioning Clinic. Clinician, what brings you here tonight? I'm dying. I want a record for my children. Both of these can be true. Let's go with this one. I think that she's aware that she's dying, and I don't think we need to state the obvious. So I think that she might want a record for her children so that they know what happened. I don't want to leave my kids alone. They may still need me. I understand. And you were referred by Mr. Richard? Duck. That's what everyone calls him. Yes, Duck. We followed his branch with some interest. Who hasn't? I gather we'll be discussing this in more detail as things progress, but now let us begin with a simple exercise. I'd like to talk about your earliest memory. It's of pine trees. Yes? That's a beautiful picture. Wow. I love the way also that they've done this specific memory with like sort of a lead strip around the memory itself. The lighting on this is pretty cool. That's right. Tell me about them. They grew from the concrete, like a rash, and cracked the driveway. Again, like, if we're gonna treat nature in some way, I'd like to treat it nicely. So like a rash doesn't really appeal to me. And cracked the driveway. And the concrete broke into pieces. They made your father upset. He'd see them and frown, but he'd remain silent. He'd sit quietly in the truck, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking in those moments made you a fool in his mind. Your father's house was suffocating, was safe. I think we're going to learn that Catherine's father isn't a very nice human being, but I don't want it to turn out that way if I can help it, so I'm going to try for this. I wish I could have stayed, but he wouldn't have it. And that's why you married Blue. This is again such a cool picture. Yes, to have somewhere to go. He bought a little place on Good Hope Street. The whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was in my father's voice. I told him I never loved any man. Was it true? Yes. No. So, it could be, and we can maybe angle it that way, that this was a fight that they had. And she could have said that in the heat of the moment. So, I'm going to say no. That was a difficult night for you. It didn't feel real. Where was Blue? He sat at the window all night. The east-facing window? Yes. When you stood over him to apologize, you saw the flare stack of the refinery in his eyes. That's so cool. That's right. I never apologized. Oh. So one of the things that got suggested to us by Troy, in fact, was that your mom uploaded herself to some kind of cybernet, I guess. And here we are actually doing that. So I think that Troy is correct. I'm going to save everything here. I want it to be as complete a record as we can make it. How was it after that? In the time before he died? We circled each other in wide orbits. I'd hide at the center of the house, nursing Kay, and only leave when I heard him step out. He'd sleep on the couch or next to her crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her head, whisper to her about his life. And then there was the explosion. So, like I said, I think that we're going to learn that the men in Catherine's life weren't particularly nice. And I think we're kind of learning that here. When the cat cracker blew, they say he fell 5 stories. I don't understand the sentence, but okay. We went to identify his body on a Thursday night. I remember the tempo of the streetlights, the police scattered across the East Bank. I guess the cat cracker must have been a guy at the top of the boiler? I don't know. This is, again, very evocative and beautiful. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried. Again, I want it to be as much of a record of all of this as we can have. I'm not likely to delete any of this. Tell me about this man. I would see him from time to time around NORCO. This was many years back. But several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him. Why? I just do. The robot is no longer there to deter him. Million? Yes. Could be it. What was your first encounter with Million? Let me think. She came to me in the parking lot. Oh, so Million was, maybe because of the choices we made, escaped like I figured. Kay was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue from his days at the aluminium refinery. I stared for a long time into a constellation of eyes. They swirled in a kind of desperation. I took her home knowing it was another mistake. You were reckless in those days. I welcomed any trouble I could find. Okay, so I'm going to take a 10-minute break and then we're going to play through this completely, and then we're building, I guess, our Catherine, and I'm going to try and save as many of her memories as I can so that when Kay and Blake do eventually find us, they have a complete reckoning and they understand why Catherine feels the way she does. So I will be about 10 minutes. I'll see you shortly. Okay, I am back. Alright, so what is the significance of this image to you? This looks like, I mean, taking it completely at face value, this looks like the top half is a moon through a window, and the bottom half is the rest of that image. Because the slats of the window are here, and, well, not the slats, but the bit where you open the window is probably here and you lift up, and then that's, you know, between. It's, well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. It's a sphere. It followed me in the lake. When? Recently. A few weeks ago. This is where Mr. Richard's branch factors into your biography. Maybe Mr. Richard was that guy she was talking about. Duck's version escaped. A hard fork, an extremely rare instance. And grew into some kind of monster? It began speaking to me through the radio. It told me to install an app. An app? Yes. I think it is something to do with this thing, the sphere, whatever it is. But so long as it pays, I don't care. I can use the money. I see. It seems this is the last control point that you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories? Anything not included in the intake form? No, that should be enough. I will now begin disconnecting the sensors. A slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal, and no cause for alarm. I thank you for your patience, Miss Madare. Miss Madare. So maybe some of this didn't help her cancer. What she's doing here didn't help her cancer. Oh, we don't get to write that to disk. Okay. We got a phone. Potato Street. Okay. So let's look at what her mind map is at this point. No idea what Super Duck wants from me. Better check my phone. Oh, I see. Oh, we can talk to this person. I think that we should probably talk to the person before we do anything with the phone. Catherine? Ma'am? Ma'am, are you okay? My eyes are just playing tricks on me, I guess. Vertigo and visual distortion are common side effects of a versioning session. She is uploading herself because so one of the suppositions of this type of technology is that you will have to keep on coming back over and over to get your memories imprinted as they are right now, and we would think of that as versioning. The week like that's passed is like on the Sunday where you went in would have been one version, and then the week that happened, the spot where you're in now, would be another version of you. Shall I contact our on-call physician? No, it's fine. Very well. Last name? It's Madare. First name Catherine. One moment. Your hard drive is fully synced. You have chosen our silver tier. Your product does not come pre-installed with adware blocking services and is provided as is without warranty. You are eligible for a free sync anytime before the new year. Thank you for choosing the Greater New Orleans Neural Visioning Clinic for your cognitive versioning needs. She was uploading herself. Oh no. Wallet watch. And then we got a couple of things here. This is probably quack job. Other ride, no service. Case picker. Oh, 5G, interesting. Okay. I can't do anything with that. Alright, let's see if there's anything happening on Messenger. Okay. They put me on a Blake. Love you, Ma. Duck. God damn it. My direct. Oh, okay, so these are all different conversations. Okay. So I'm going to read this one last and then we're going to go through them because I think this one is probably the most important. Just checking in. Please text when you can. Okay, I'm fine. Where are you, dear? Arizona. Where in Arizona? I don't know. Love you. Just checking in. Still in Arizona? New Mex, which is New Mexico. Be careful. It doesn't seem safe to be there right now. Call when you can. Getting annoyed. Okay? Blake says he hasn't heard from you. Really getting concerned. Please call. They put me on another round of chemo. Would love to hear from you. Call? Okay. So this here is where she still had her phone. This here is probably where she didn't have her phone. Exit. Home screen. Back. Okay. My direct. Oh. This is an ad. My direct. Welcome to the onboard Oxnard My Direct medical portal. And then there's a number. There's your verification code. Do not share this code with anyone. You have chosen to receive billing notification via SMS. To confirm, please respond yes. To cancel, please respond no, yes. Your SMS notification service is now confirmed. A bill for a lot of money has been posted to your MyDirect portal. An outstanding balance for a lot of money is waiting for you in your MyDirect portal. Is this number coming down? It is not. So she wasn't paying the bill and the bill was increasing. And also the chemotherapy probably cost a small fortune. Yeah. So it's jumped here, so something significant must have happened here. Yeah. And the last time we can see this, it's even more money than it was here. Right, okay. So, duck. Been a while, duck. Too long, old friend. How's the weather on your side of the tracks? They have me on chemo. Terrible. I don't have long myself. They got me carrying around a tank. Blue's waiting for us. I don't doubt that for a minute. Praise the glory of God. Something on your mind, Kate? Don't want to raise your blood pressure. Try me. Super contacted me. So he did. Don't mess around with that shit. Where you went. Don't mess around with Super Kate. That thing is got no soul. Like to ruin what all it touches. These sentences are very strange. I wouldn't have written this quite this way, but I need the money. They don't take money where we're going. I can't leave it for the kids to clean up. Blue left them a little bit with how he went, but I was a fool. Don't worry yourself with this at the end. Find peace. No peace for me. Don't get mixed up with that thing, Kate. I'll tell you now, it won't go how you want it. Kate? God damn it, hope you're listening. And then Blake. Where you went, Ma? I'm out. I'm fine. I had to drop something off at your parents. Been gone a while. I had to make a couple of stops. I'm okay, I promise. Blake, have you heard from your sister? Yeah, she said she's okay. Where is she? She didn't say. Dear, where do my poles go? In a MTG, which is a meeting, walk hall back. How'd it go this morning? Walk hall. Ma, he came back around. I'll be home soon, calling Uncle Jip. I'm fine. It's fine. Love you. Love you, sweetheart. Blake, can you hear me? Can you come to the living room, please? Something's happened. Out this evening. Everything's okay. You need to stay home. I'll be fine, I promise. Love you, my nerd. Love you, Ma. Okay, sure. And then case maker? None? Hoot hoot. This font is a little strange. Metery angels? Oh, okay, sure. So the case is the thing that's around, okay. I guess we have to super duck. Says here I need to go to the curious duck. Quack job. Do more. Earn quack. Oh, this is... Oh, I don't like that she's mixed up in this. This is probably a scam. 100% just a scam, but sure. Install quack. Complete. Install quack job. And set up a multi-factor authentication. Meet contact the curious duck. Incomplete. The curious duck is the nearest rendezvous to your location. More information awaits you there. Receive orientation at Eagle Janitorial and paper supplies in Fat City. Yeah. Scam. Completely a scam. Okay. Oh, I can still not call the ride? Oh, okay. This is how you pay and receive payment. Sure. Can I get out of here now? I don't think so. Oh, I can. I can leave out the door. Potato Street added to map. Overpass. Potato Street. Okay. Is there anything here I can look at? Yes. Okay. The unmarked neural versioning clinic is empty tonight. Oh, okay. So, I think also that one of the things that we're learning is that versioning is maybe not socially taboo, but maybe it's sort of frowned upon, and people don't like letting on that they're doing this kind of thing. A business of questionable repute. There you go. It caters largely to clients of modest means. It keeps odd hours to accommodate students and evening commuters. Online reviews range from lukewarm to alarming. Of course, this sort of thing would be dangerous. It would also not be, maybe, you know, ethically or morally okay. If we go back in here, do we just go into the clinic? Yes, we do. Okay, sure. We got a sign here. The uncanny smile of personal injury lawyer Martin Smart hangs above the Interstate 10. His eternally coiffed hair clings desperately to his head. Oh, okay, he's an old gentleman at this point. His hallmark blood-red tie catches the eyes of drivers speeding east. Just a click away, the sign reads. Sure. The Interstate Expressway traces a scar down Claiborne Avenue from east to west. East-west dismissed. The bridge cuts east through the tram and 7th Ward, like places whose stories should be forgotten and left behind in haste. The pillars still tell those stories beneath the interstate. East above the industrial canal, the mouldering strip malls, the narrowed expanse of the lake, the shrimp boats that prowl the black marble waves. This is very evocative and beautiful writing. east through Mississippi in the winter weeknight darkness, and onward to Florida, where it terminates. West. West is the suburbs that Catherine calls home. West is the concrete expanse that breaks clean and sharp at the St. Charles parish line and gives way to the cypress swamps. Tupelo crowns spire above the overpass, silhouetted by an unnatural glow that leads to NORCO. Okay. Oh, I guess it's likely that from here I could make a phone call and get a cab. Okay. Sugar. This is taking forever to start. I'm starving. You been to any of these yet? Catherine. No. What is it? A puppet show. They always start late. I told them I'd help load the gear, so I'm stuck here until it's over. My stomach's going to eat itself. Oh, okay, sure. And this must be the puppet show. A newly refinished Art Deco structure glows beyond the overpass. They turned Charity Hospital into art lofts. Disgusting. A makeshift puppet theater. The curtains are closed. Maybe I'll come by later to see what this is about. Okay, I don't see anything else that we can interact with. So we got Potato Street. We got City Hall. And we got the French Quarter. Let's do... Let's do the French Quarter first. Oh. It's a Santa Claus. That's funny. Okay, so we got this spot here. I'm not going to go in, but this is where we're supposed to be. There's a small plaque next to the door that says, Curious Duck. This is the place. Yeah, okay, so we're not going to go in today yet. How's your night, ma'am? Beard. Alright. Alright. No complaints. Glad to hear it. You wouldn't have any change to spare, would you? Sure. I imagine us as reasonably good people trapped in a terrible situation, so we're going to say sure. Sure, but all I got is a buck. Really appreciate that. Change has been hard to come by this evening. Didn't know we'd be going head to head with Sketchy Santa. His sign says he's raising money for veterans. Last night it was for leukemia. Night before that it was for something else. Oh, okay. I respect the grift, but he stole a corner. Tell him something. He may need help. Yeah, again, you know, we don't know, right? It could be that he's in a spot of bother. It could be something else entirely, but we can't judge. And so maybe the best thing to do is just to go, well, you know, you're here and we understand that, but he may need help too. It sounds like he may need some help. I don't doubt that, considering he tried to kill us. Yeah. With a knife. Wow. It was dull, so it just bruised a little. Well, that's a little extreme. Understandable. It is a little extreme. That's terrifying. Are you sure you're okay? Doesn't hurt as long as I'm drunk, so thanks for the dollar, lady. Yeah, thanks for the pain relief. Oh my god. This sort of thing breaks my heart. Yesterday. A hot dog vendor sits behind a large plastic cart. He looks up eagerly as Catherine appears. Oh, hey, hi. He watches Catherine with a silent grin. So is this? I'm flannelous, and these, he makes a grand sweeping gesture above the pot of vague meat, are my hot dogs. Would you like one? Sure, what the hell. Don't know if my stomach can handle it. we don't know where her cancer started. We know that it spread everywhere, and we don't know where we are in time. It could be that she's close to the point where she's bedridden. And in that situation, I don't think it matters what she has, right? At that point, it's not material. But if she's still walking around and it still seems like she's mostly coherent, then we kind of want to do as much as we can to keep her reasonable and functioning. And so I don't know if we should be throwing caution to the wind by just eating a random street vendor's food. So I'm going to say this because I think it's fairly true, right? It does suck, and I would like to help these people, but we don't know where this meat came from or anything about what's in the meat and the hot dogs. So I think this is the safest thing that we can do here. I'm not in the best of health. I wonder if one of these may kill me. No, they're good for you. They're just a bit old. Boss says he won't resupply me with more until I sell the ones I have, but the more time passes, the harder they are to sell. How old are they? Business was popping, like I was doing really well, selling a lot of dogs back in YX2D. YX2D, that's nearly a decade ago. Yes. Enthusiastic nodding. Anything else I can help you with? Leave. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, man, but wow. 10-year-old dogs. That's not going to be good for anyone. Tour guide. And that is why Marie Laveau opened a t-shirt and camera shop in Oil Street. Oh. That's funny. So we just got done playing Gabriel Knight, like, not quite 6 months ago. And so it's funny seeing Marie Laveau in this context with this kind of setup. That's not scary at all. I paid for a ghost tour. If we're just going to walk around looking at t-shirt shops, I want my damn money back. This is a farce. What kind of tour guide are you? Well, technically I'm not one, but... Excuse me? My roommate is. Then where is he? Long story. I came all this way because the website said it'd be fun. I'm having an alright time? The city was supposed to be enchanting. Anyone trying to score some money? Oh no. I hate New Orleans. Oh no. The man masquerading as a tour guide continues to lose control of the crowd. The city is just one big scam. Is that going to be the rest? Yeah, okay. Up the conversation, sure. I guess I don't want to deal with Mr. Santa, but let's deal with Mr. Santa. Well, ho ho ho. Santa's eyes roll wildly in their deep sockets. His mouth twists into a smile. Santa's not well. How are you, dear? Got $1 to spare? Help spread some Christmas cheer? I gave my last dollar away. I just let go of my last dollar. You probably shouldn't tell that to Santa, who might know that we gave it to these people and he's already got beef with them. Not a smart idea. What? That dollar was for me. Okay, yeah, he's not a real good person, I don't think. Or, I mean, I think her observation was strictly correct. He probably does need help. He shouldn't be on the streets. Let's get out of here. I want to see everything before we go into this particular spot where we need to be. So let's go to City Hall. This is pretty cool. I love, so one of the things that I really like about this game is that they're using gross pixelation to great effect here. We can see in this building, there's a couple of things going on that are cool. we've got these lights, which fine, but they've also got like the reflection of the clouds and the moon and the night behind here, and that's a very cool looking kind of thing. Okay, so we have a figure sits at a desk overlooking Duncan Plaza and a deepening winter night. He watches the fingers of a cool front animate the tops of the oak trees in the park. He watches the last remnants of commuter traffic leaving Canal Street, the pulsing taillights, the shift workers running towards the bus. Oh, we can just barely see the guy in there. Okay. We can go into City Hall. That's very surprising. There's a guy here. A man holding a skateboard calls on his phone. Beautiful night, huh? It's lovely. What are you doing here so late? It's lovely. There's finally a cool front. Been waiting months for it. I come out here most evenings. No one bothers you around this time. Plus, you see a different side of the place. What do you mean? How so? People pass through this building at night you'd never expect. You know that, what do they call themselves? The Greys? Garys? Can't remember the name. No idea. The kids that squatted the promenade mall, they're obsessed with Ken and John. Nope. Then it probably wouldn't mean much to you, but anyhow, I see them come in and out of City Hall almost every night. I know it's them because my buddy Bruce got wrapped up in that stuff. Before you get initiated, they make you wear these goofy red polo shirts. Then once you're full Gary, whatever, you get to wear the blue polo shirt. Sounds like a joke, and it is, but I don't think they realize it. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff I see around here at night. So, again, one of the things that this game is very intertwined with and wrapped up around is religion and different religions, and this could be a kind of a cult that they're talking about here. Why did they come? What would they be doing here? I wish I had a clue. Okay, sure. Right. Let's, I guess, go into City Hall. An armed security guard greets Catherine as she enters the building. He sits on a wooden stool next to the walk-through metal detector. Good evening. Badge, please. Damn, I left it at the house. There are no council meetings scheduled for this evening. You'll need an employee ID badge to enter. I hear strange people come through here at night. Guy up front mentioned squatters and polo shirts coming in and out of the building at night. I don't get paid to answer questions. Oh. Okay. Sure. Alright, so the French Quarter, I guess it is. Is there anything else? I don't see anything I'm missing. Door's locked. Oh, you know what we probably need to do? Oh, I can order a ride? Oh. I don't think that there's timers on anything here. There's a small plaque next to the door that says Curious Duck. This is the place. Am I missing something? I don't believe so. And I can't use... Need to get inside the Curious Duck. Let's start talking to these people. Thanks again, lady. How about it? $1 for some Christmas cheer? Okay. Right. Man masquerading as a tour guide continues to lose control of the card. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what we're looking for is not here. Maybe what we're looking for is here? City Hall? I don't think it's anything here. Let's try back at Potato Street. I don't think there's anything here that will help our situation, but let's just have a look. Okay, no. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what it wants of me at this point. Maybe... Oh, wait, hang on. Craving a dog? Curious Duck's door is locked. What's with this shop over here? I was told to come by, but the door is locked. The Curious Duck? Rosie doesn't let anyone in unless they know the secret knock. What's the secret knock? So what's the secret? Oh, we're gonna have to buy a hot dog in order to get this. I can't say. Sorry. It's urgent, please. Well, I do need some business. Alright, I'll buy one of these hot dogs. You won't regret it. Doubtful. How much? Just $14. Wow. Is that a joke? It's what a joke. Christ. Do you take wallet transfers? Cash only. Damn, well. What if I send some business your way? Then I'll show you the knock. Fine. It's a deal. Oh. Okay. You know what? I actually know who the customer is. I 100% know who the customer is. It's this guy. Do you consider yourself an adventurous eater? There are hot dogs up the street. You know, I don't know how to talk to this guy about the hot dog stand. Maybe we need to start here. Like, both of these are not great, because we're sending him to a place that doesn't sell great hot dogs. But I think we need to do this. If you like to live dangerously, there's a guy selling all hot dogs up the street. Okay, well, at least we were straight up and honest. Sounds like a delicacy. Always looking for ways to fortify my intestines. The show is getting started. Go grab one after it's done. Okay, so let's... The show is getting started. I should take a seat. Keep moving. Oh, I should have looked at the other folks first. Gator Farm, next exit, cold drinks. Gator, deep in this express hollow I hide. I mourn this evening. My last child has died. They hang hooks from the trees with chicken thighs. They shoot bullets in our heads behind our eyes. It is a curse that I am the last to survive. I was once captured by a fisher fool who called me his own. He walked me like a dog along the sinking streets. He fed me strange plants and deli meats. He even covered me with blankets when I went to sleep. I left on the night of a monstrous flood. The fool has not rested a single night since. He stalks these bayous each night, hoping to see my eyes shine. He calls out a ridiculous name that was never mine. Tonight I will shine my eyes at him. I have a request. Kill the shrimp-catching man who killed my children. Remove his head. Bring me his skull. Do this, and you may again leash me like a dog. Okay, so we are playing as, I guess, the guy? Oh, okay, cool. So we can drive the boat. I'm gonna probably be careful of letting the boat die. Hello, fisher fool. You've trolled the spire for many nights. Here I am, the one you're trying to find. My child hangs dead across the lake. Bring me the head of the shrimp-catching man, the one who captured the small ones. Peel the flesh from his skull. Do this and I'll be your dog again. Okay, so, sure. We don't know where this is. We don't know where the person is that we're looking for. Oh man, I don't like how narrow this is. I'm gonna zoom out so we can just see. Okay. I see kind of where we're headed. Man, I don't think I could do this with a keyboard. I absolutely do not think I could do this with a keyboard. Oh, God. Shrubber. Been a long time I've seen anyone down this bayou. They're all too frightened anymore. Biggest alligator ever to hunt this lake. She makes her den just across the way. She took my child from me. I buried him where I found him, near where she stay. I visit that site daily, hoping I might catch her, but she know better than to show her face. Were one to cut out that big skull of hers, that'd be something worth bragging on. It'd be a roadside marvel. There'd be money to make. I see that rifle you're holding. What you say? Kill the shrimper. Agree to the deal, refuse. You know, I don't like the idea that we're going to take the... So, at the moment, we're the boatman, right? We're the guy who took the alligator as a pet. I don't like the idea that we are going to... take the alligator back. So, agree to the deal's not good, because that sets us up to go and kill the gator. I think that refusing makes some amount of sense. I don't like the idea that we're killing the shrimper, because that sets us up for going back that way, and the alligator might take us at our word and treat us like, or have us let them treat us like a pet, and I don't like any of this. So I think that I'm going to refuse. Suit yourself, carry on, stranger. Oh, okay. And I guess we're gonna lose that conversation. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, sure. Ooh. This little area is so dangerous. Oh my lord. Ooh. What is this? The alligator hangs dead from a meat hook. fastened to the limb of the cypress tree. Oh, okay, well that's the alligator, sure. I need to get us out of here. We need to make some kind of decision, I guess. Like, I don't know if it's possible just to go back to the alligator and to have the alligator be free. I don't think this is a story that ends that way. I'm gonna start by trying that. I don't necessarily want to kill anyone. I don't also want the alligator to be our pet. Bring me the skull of the shrimp catching man, do the knob. Okay. Is there anything else up? Wow, oof, that's so frightening. I don't think we can get here. It doesn't look like it. I can't zoom out, otherwise I'd know. It kind of looks like there's a pathway there, but you'd have to go like super around. Oh, interesting. What's this? A solitary egret stands in the rush, undisturbed by the boat's wake. Okay. Oh, whoa. Everything about driving this thing is scary. Yeah, I think this is going to take us to the other person that we can talk to, whoever that is. I apologize if this noise is very, very inconvenient. I hate it too. A hand-painted cross and votive candles hide in the rushes along the canal. So remember when I was talking about how Catholicism sort of works? The candles that you stick in lieu of "these are my prayers" are votive candles. A bone white oak tree towers above the display with a plaque nailed to the trunk. It reads, "Monster that took you, promise I'll find. Your daddy, he love you. Rest easy, child." A small assortment of sentimental objects are piled at the foot of the cross. Sift through the objects. A journal, too waterlogged to read. A set of playing cards, small figurines, a cell phone case. You slide the case into your pocket. Okay. I don't think that was the person we could talk to. That's this person here. Bring me the skull. Oh, okay, so this opened up. Previously it wasn't like this and we couldn't just go here. This was far up and this was closed off, so now it's opened us up. I guess the game is setting us up for making a decision. I'm gonna just skip this dialogue. Man, I don't really want anyone to die here. Trying to decide what to do. I don't know that there are any other nodes that we can, like strings we can pull on here. I also, so one of the other incidental things that I don't like about this is it's probable, like 100% probable, that in the story what we've learnt about the alligator is 100% correct and true. And the alligator did kill this child, right? And that does make the alligator something of a menace. But, like, there's lots of other meat that alligator could eat, and probably as long as you're not messing in the bayou or you're messing with the alligator, probably 99% of the time the alligator will just leave you alone. So these people are a problem. I don't think I can save. If I go, oh yeah, no, I can't. Oh, I can. Oh, I can't save. It's literally turned that off. Oh god, we need to make a decision. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. I don't. I would like to refuse and not do anything here, but I don't think that's what we've got going on here. To be quite clear, I don't think that. So, one of the things that this is trying to tease out is we're on the hierarchy of where in the hierarchy of animals humans are, right? Because if you say that humans are above animals and you make the distinction, and like a lot of I want to talk about this in a Catholic context because this game keeps bringing up Catholicism. If you say so, Catholic doctrine has it that humans are the only animal with a soul, and I don't really believe that. Right? I was Catholic at one point. I'm not Catholic now, but one of the things that Catholicism teaches and believes in fairly strongly is that the only animal with a soul is a human, and because of that, like there's been a lot of the Catholic Church itself has been responsible for a lot of injustice against animals in particular, because they don't believe that animals necessarily have souls. So if you start with the premise that humans are above animals, and you start with this notion that because animals are below humans, it's your right to do whatever you want to the animal, then you would be in this boat of agree to the deal, right? You would kill the alligator because the alligator's killed another human, and you could make the obvious deal here, kill the alligator, because you know that according to the tenets of Catholicism, nothing is going to happen to the alligator when it dies. It's just going to die, right? If you make the next logical assumption being that animals are above humans, then this, I'm thinking too much about this, but I'm sorry, but this does merit teasing out a little bit. If you say that animals are above humans, and you go and you kill the swamper, and you go back to the alligator, it's possible that yes, you then treat the animal badly, but the animal might have a quote unquote reasonable life as your pet, right? And they come out okay in the situation. If, and this is incidentally the position that I take, you think that animals and humans, in fact I go a little bit further than this, I'd say that if I had to choose between saving an animal and saving a terrible human, I would probably save the animal. If you make the next logical argument that humans and animals are about equal, right, this should be a choice that you can make. You can just back out of this whole thing and say, look, I'm not killing anyone here, I'm not going to enslave the animal. And that should be an okay choice to make, but this game wants us to make a choice because it wants our morality to come through in the choice that we make. So, I guess I don't necessarily want to kill the alligator. I'm not gonna like what we're doing here, but we're gonna kill the Trumper. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I don't like this. You know, one way I guess that we could get out of this unscathed and let the two sides of this conflict be okay with each other is we could just crash the boat. Unfortunately, I didn't save before this happened because I thought this wasn't going to be interactive. Otherwise, we'd do that. That would be thing number one that I would do. You did my bidding, Fisher Fool, just like an obedient dog. Each day you held me captive, my patience drained. You'll not hesitate. You'll not humiliate me again. Consider this your last mistake. Oh good, okay, that's great. Actually, that's a wonderful ending. Everyone died in the end except for the alligator. I'm okay with that. Haunted Bayou Ghost Tour, Fisherman's Blight. Next exit, world's most dangerous bayou. Gator, I relished the horror that struck the Fisher Fool's eyes. I first took one limb, but left him alive. I made him crawl like a dog before he died. Okay, I wanted to look at these people, and now I get to do that. The crowd is discussing the show. Okay, so let's get out of here. This guy's gone. That's great. We're going to go to the French Quarter. I'm going to save here because tomorrow we'll try and get into there. Because we're a little bit over time here. At last we can save. I'm going to save here. Actually, I'm going to save here. No, I'm going to save here. Because this was just before we made all those terrible life decisions. Yes. Okay. Back. We might replay a very little bit of this tomorrow. Because we might load from here. And then get to Catherine, do all the memories, and then try and crash the boat and see what happens there. Alright, let me get us out of here. Okay, so thank you for being here to honor RatClowncar, honor RatClowncar's memory. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to keep on saying this, in the wake of last year, immediately after RatClowncar passed away, there was a call to not give money to his parents for, you know, the funeral services and such. Instead, his parents made the suggestion, and I'm going to make it here again this year, that if you have any money and you'd like to give to a charitable cause, the things they suggested that RatClowncar would have appreciated is giving money to homeless shelters, giving money to children's organizations, that sort of thing. And I'm going to just repeat that here tonight and every night that we play this game. If you have money like that that you'd like to give to someone, please consider giving to charities like that. Anyhow, I am intrigued at where this is going, and I'm glad that we're playing it. Like every RatClowncar game that we've picked up and played, these wouldn't have been choices I would have made, but they're showing us things that we don't necessarily experience on my specific stream, and I'm glad to be sharing these pieces of media with you that I maybe wouldn't have chosen for us to play. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. We will do some more NORCO. I don't think NORCO is a specifically long game, so we'll probably get back to Monkey Island almost as soon as NORCO is done. And we'll pick up from there, because I think that this will be finished by Monday or Tuesday. And then we got about a week and a half, maybe, before my family returns. And we can get about as far as we can get with Monkey Island in that time. So, sure. Please have a wonderful evening. Please stay safe. I shall see you all soon. Good night for now, folks.